to the goofball army out there. Hi at the families. Tell them to get to the next room. Tell them to go to your neighbors because we got goofball news to go over, and it might get crazy.
Typically does, guys. If it's your first episode ever, you got like 30 seconds before we start, so not enough time to go to the bathroom, but go get a drink because trust me, you're probably going to need it there. In the meantime, the rest, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. That way you know about future episodes as well, guys. Buckle your seatbelts if you haven't already. Make sure your tray is in the upright position here, guys, because we are just about ready to get going. And like, whew.
Guys, if you want a crazy ride going forward, a bunch of nonsense, but all nothing but the truth about the Giants, listen in, buckle in, tell a friend.
Let's go.
And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
I'm Rob. Glad to have you back, Drew.
It felt weird you having an episode without me. I had work, so yeah, had to do that whole working man thing. No more 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Like my last job was.
He works hard for the money.
I really don't.
So hard for the
more
money.
Mental stress than anything else. More mental stress.
Yeah.
Used tires won't sell themselves.
That's not fault. It just has experience.
But yeah, guys, we got all kinds of stuff here to go over. We got a coach who got fired over the weekend. I know Rob going to talk briefly about that on Saturday. We want to go over everything we know about that. We got Jaxson Dart being rumored for Rookie of the Year. And, of course, it's Monday. Wouldn't be a Monday without the recap of all the action here that happened over the weekend of all the NFL games of Week 14 here. So let's buckle up and get her started here. All righty, guys. So, yeah, Giants pulled yet another trigger. And Bryan Cox is officially out. And another domino here for that defensive overhaul. So, Pat Leonard, I guess we'll give him credit. We had somebody else kind of broke it, but he was the first news specifically for the Giants that I saw on there. He said the Giants fired assistant defensive line coach Bryan Cox, according to a source. Credit Doug Analytics for noticing his profile being removed from the team's website. Looked into it. It's true. Cox no longer with the team. Giants have a historically bad run defense. It's the worst in the NFL. Defensive line coach Andre Patterson remains. And yeah, it's listen, we knew things were going to change, but I did not expect this one.
No.
I expected Dable to be gone. I mean, he kind of had to pull that trigger. I expected, Bowen to be gone. Again, kind of had to expect that to be there. I did not at all see this one coming. And I'm so wondering what happened behind the scenes.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he was loyal to Bowen. I don't know. But it's also our defensive line
guy when he played. That's why I'm wondering. In my mind, there's a big blow up happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely something that's going on behind the scenes. But at this point too, I just think it's a fire sale. If Kafka wants to respect an opportunity at a head job, most like somewhere else, he's going to do what he has to do at this point. And if he has to get rid of everyone, he's going to get rid of everyone.
Did you say it's a fire sale?
Fire.
Where's John McClane? Where's John McClane at?
Hit the vacuum. Suck it up.
And that kid from the Apple. I mean, it really does feel like it feels like a weird move though to make though. Something had to have gone down. It's the assistant defense. It's not even the defensive line. It's the assistant defensive line. That just doesn't seem right. Who are you to have replace him be the new assistant defensive line coach with 4 games left in the season? Where are you going with this?
You don't.
And that's why I'm saying, like, why fire him unless something happened?
Yeah,
I want to be the fly in the wall. I want to know what happened.
You want to be the fly on the wall?
Yes.
Find the poop. Because there's a lot of stinky stuff going on.
I know, but I want to know what it is. I'm nosy. Like, and I admit it freely. I love like drama as long as I'm not involved in it. And this is that. You know what I'm saying?
You like TMZ.
I know only because I don't care about celebrities. I'm not a TMZ person like that. But if you threw it out there like a Giants TMZ, I'm down. Like, let's go.
Yeah, juice at the TV.
Yeah, like seriously. Like I'm surprised I haven't watched the Hard Knocks yet because I know there's gonna be some tea spilt on that one there. But it's like I'm probably to binge it when it's all done there because what I heard it hasn't given us much yet. But yeah, it's. I guess I just find it difficult to think that nothing happened in this, especially just again the way Bryan Cox has been. It's not even me trying to disrespect the man. Like he's been a fiery guy. He's been an in-your-face kind of guy his whole playing career. You know, I can't sit there and say that I know a ton about the assistant defensive line coach for the Giants. Like that's not exactly a position that goes in front of the press. You know, a position that you see a whole bunch of stuff there, but you know him as a player. Like he was pretty well known as a player, and because of that attitude, decent player too. Obviously, it wasn't just the attitude, but he was that guy that you didn't mess with anybody on his team because you knew he'd be the guy to go after you. He was that guy. Yeah, that big neck pad and everything, like old school, and would just go crazy and just smack into you at that point. There, like
said, Lord, I'm not gonna go cannonball.
Be yelling at everybody on the sidelines and all. Like I said, I gotta think something happened. And let's be honest, the run defense has been crap. Like we know that.
Terrible.
It's been absolute crap. So yeah, it's just I think, and I don't want to do too much guessing because that's all we can really do. Right? Let's be honest. Nobody knows the information. We're guessing no matter what. But I'm wondering if they want to try something new the last 4 weeks. And it's the bye weeks. This is when you start, let's look at what we can implement the last month or so and see if we can get it rolling. I wonder if they want to try something new and he was just adamant against it.
It could be.
And if that's the case, I'm curious what it was. So I think we could probably get a somewhat decent idea by looking at what happens on Sunday. Like if we see something different all of a sudden, like was this the thing that he didn't want?
Like putting players where they should probably be played at? Yeah.
It's probably the biggest thing. But it's weird because he's been with us since 2022, guys. It's not like he's like new. Like he's been here the whole entire, Dable now Kafka regime. It's not like we just signed him this year. So it's weird that you have players, playing out of spot like that. But it's also weird that we hired a guy that, quite frankly, hasn't had a job since 2016 before we hired him. He literally went 6 years at a job in the NFL.
And it's probably the reason why for that.
Yeah. So, listen, we'll find out. If we hear any more information, we'll definitely let you guys know. Very interesting indeed, though. So, I see some comments here talking about Dart. Let's talk about Dart here because Jaxson Dart didn't start until week 4. Missed time with a concussion, obviously, and still might be the rookie of the year frontrunner, which, by the way, says 2 things. 1, it says a lot of great things about Jaxson Dart, but 2, says a lot of bad things about this rookie class. Goddamn. We might get both. Abdul Carter's being talked about for the defensive rookie of the year, too. It's not a good rookie class, guys. It is not.
It all goes to show you, like, the coaching this year. You have these guys that are playing at, like, these, well, I won't go with Carter, but like Dart. There's no one around the league that won't say that guy hasn't played good football with what was put around him. And it goes back to the coaching. Like he made plays happen. Like there's a reason why that MVP talk is there.
100%.
And there's definitely comments in there like saying you get someone else, but like you gotta stick out with the guy you got, especially if you believe in the next coaching staff you put it in there. There's going to be coaches that are going to want to come to this season just for Jaxson Dart. I can teach that run. I can teach him how to slide. The man can throw a deep ball. He makes good decisions on the run. Why go?
Any coach that doesn't want to go to a team that is underperforming, that's where you want to go. They already have a quarterback. They're underperforming. Like,
yeah,
absolutely crazy.
We have talent that hasn't been used properly, and with the right coaching, this team could have won 10 games this year.
100%. So, but the rookie of the year topic kind of started because of Ted Nguyen of The Athletic, who listed his expected winners of the NFL awards at the end of the year. He said, Dart didn't even start to week 4 and missed 2 games with a concussion. If he misses more time, some voters could use that against him. Dart's impact on the Giants' offense is undeniable. He sparked a lifeless offense and will make the Giants one of the most sought-after coaching jobs this offseason. His legs are an obvious asset, but quickly developing as a pocket passer and has high-level accuracy. Yeah. And it's funny because I see you guys in the comments are talking about what if we the Giants with, because he's number 1 overall right now, the Giants. But we'll see what happens in the year. We have the number 1 pick right now. Would do go with the quarterback? I'm telling you right now, if the Giants go for a quarterback with this guy on the roster, they're freaking morons. So they probably will, but that's a whole separate issue. But Jaxson Dart he's shown you more than most quarterbacks that get drafted show you after a couple of years. Yeah. Like he's that well into it. The way he progresses through, the way he moves around the pocket, he just got to get the timing. He's just got to get the self-preservation skills. He'll be fine. Like that'd be insane if we did that. I think personally, I don't know if he's going to win the rookie of the year, but I'll say this: he's the most impactful offensive rookie in the NFL this year. That's the fair statement to make. You know, yes. I think if you want to talk about rookie of the year, you know, Tet over in Carolina probably is going to hit 1,000 yards. That's pretty
impressive.
Gonna, you know, especially for a guy that a lot of people are questioning whether he's going to be good. You know, he's the guy that you look and go, you know, you could give it to him. Otherwise, though, it's Jaxson Dart. It's between those two. There's nobody else that really like give it to Cam Ward. Cam Ward's not looked as good as Jaxson Dart.
Yeah.
Right, he doesn't have as much talent around him. Jaxson Dart actually wins in that battle, even with all the injuries. You know, Ashton Genty is disappointed. Or maybe he's just been who we said he was going to be. Because you and I did not like him as much as other people did. That's for sure. But
I thought he was good. I just didn't think I didn't think he was supposed to be drafted where he was.
Yeah, you know. And Dave brings up Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren is probably your third guy you look at this point here. He's got 669 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think the problem you run into is last year Brock Bowers was just so amazing that now people overlook Tyler Warren.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like I said, it's not necessarily the right thing, but you know, it just is what it is. You know, but he'll probably be in the conversation. But I think it'll come down to Dart Tet personally. I think that unfortunately Warren gets kind of beaten down by what Brock Bowers did last year, which is not fair. He's having a really good season, and he's a really big part of why the Colts are in the position they're in. Unfortunately, their position they're going to be out of probably soon eventually, but that's a whole separate thing that we'll delve into later on here. We discuss all the things that happened this weekend, but listen, Jaxson Dart should win probably just because of the position he plays. Like, I hate to say it, but it's like when you are a quarterback that's leading a team, you're more important than a wide receiver. You know,
yeah,
and it's hard to succeed as well because the quarterback has to be the guy to facilitate everything. Where the wide receiver just needs to run the route and catch the ball. I mean, not to oversimplify, not to be a jerk about it, but it's not as difficult a player. You know, like that just is what it is. But again, he's been a good player, and I think you know, I'm glad to see that for him, and I think the fact that Carolina is actually winning helps him too. They have like 3 times the wins the Giants do.
Yeah, not saying much. More. They're at 7. They are tied for the AFC. The NFC South.
3.5 times the win.
They are tied as the division leader right now.
Yeah.
Or technically, I think they had the division over the Bucs.
Yeah.
But we'll also get to that later.
Yeah, and like I said, I think we got some interesting games coming up. We got the Raiders coming up. We got the Commanders coming up. Some games that the Giants could definitely put up something on. And that's going to be the big thing that's going to make the award go to either Tet or Dart right there, probably. But definitely the guys to look at there. So, all right, let's pay the bills real quick, and then we're going to go into our Week 14 dive here for you guys. So let's get right into it here.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
All righty, guys. So before we actually start the Week 14 wrap up here, it's a couple minor notes I want to give you guys as well. Casey Rogers, who was, of course, one of our undrafted rookie free agents last year, has officially been re-signed to our practice squad after taking some time off to play with the Bills there in training camp this year. Got cut by them. It hasn't been in football since, a couple months now. So, but Giants have now signed him to the practice squad. Around the NFL news, this is kind of Giants news here because of the history here. And that's JPP has officially signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. So he is on the practice squad. So we'll see if he ends up calling up to the active roster. But yeah, JPP is officially onto the Bucs practice squad after not being in football since 2023 when he barely played with the Dolphins. Seems a little odd to me. Maybe it's time to stop. It just seems like the NFL is telling you it's time and you're just not listening.
Yeah.
But hey, I like it. Because you know what? I got a former Giant in my area here now, again, who played at USF, by the way, again. So it's kind of a homecoming for him to a certain degree. So, maybe I'll go to a Bucs event down here and say hi to Sterling Shepard and JPP. Oh my gosh!
Oh, Giant alumni. There you go.
That's what happened. Listen, Ben Bredesen too. What the hell? It's what the Giants do. They leave and they go play. They go play for other teams. Jay says, "Talk to JPP. You ever see JPP talk to JPP? What? No, I have not. Not yet. Not yet. But I got a buddy of mine actually that does the Buccaneers and actually does his post game shows on the actual field and everything. So we'll see. So I was like, oh God, I was just Micah and Drew doing hot yoga together because I found out that Micah McFadden lives in Tampa, and I found out that his gym he goes to is literally right down the road from me. So that's why Jay's saying that. We found out when he was on the Giants Rush show. But yeah, I don't know actually the exact spot he goes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's get into the Week 14 wrap up, guys, because we got tons and tons of games. This NFL week had everything: statement wins, collapses, injuries, playoff swings, and potential few careers changing overnight here.
Yeah, special teams galore.
Oh, absolute insanity here. So, as always, we start off with Thursday night. We give you guys the quick rundown because it's been so long, but it's still part of the week. Cowboys lost to the Lions 44-30. Absolute insane scoring in that game. It's next up, Seahawks.
Nice and easy.
Woo, Listen, we said this one would be an absolute crusher, didn't we? The Seahawks at the Falcons. Seahawks won 37-9. Absolute insanity here. Sam Darnold had just an amazing game there. 249 yards, 3 touchdowns. The Seahawks are now 10-3. Jackson Smith-Njigba also just again, talk about elite. Like he had a great year last year, broke 1,000 yards, was a better receiver obviously in the league. He has broken into the best receiver in all of football this year. Another 92 yards for him, 2 touchdowns, and just absolutely crushing it. Rashid Shaheed, 100-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to start the second half. And that's what started breaking the breakout there for the Seahawks, because they were actually originally tied 6-6 at the end of the first half. But got the Seattle Seahawks outscored them 31-3 after halftime. That's insanity. That's like the score of a blowout game, let alone a blowout half.
Atlanta's used to that, right?
Yeah, well,
Super Bowl a couple years ago.
One song now for Kirk Cousins, 162 yards, 2 interceptions. Like, I know he's still getting paid. It's time, Kirk.
But this is it. This is your final destination, man. Like enjoy the ride because it's about to come to an end.
Say, let's ride.
So enjoy the ride. It's about to come to an end.
You know what the crazy part is? When they cut him at the end of the year, which they're probably going to cut him, let's be honest, he's still a $35 million cap hit. But they'll save $22.5 million.
You have to at that point.
I get it, because you're going to save $22.5 million. I'm just saying, $35 million. That's an insane dead cap hit for a player that you probably want to get rid of this year. Just couldn't find the right partner for him.
You probably want to get rid of him last year. If
they could trade him, somehow trade him, you could get a $25 million cap hit instead. But he's got a $35 million base salary. Who the hell is going to pay that?
Yeah, no one.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about the next game, this was like a little bit of playoffs in the middle of week 14. You had
don't talk about
playoffs.
You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah.
I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah. You had the Bills hosting the Bengals. And what Drew and I were saying should be a very exciting game. Josh Burrow back and still playoff hopes because the AFC North has been playing terrible. I should say terrible, but horrible. This past month, they've all been playing terrible. But you know who didn't play terrible? Josh Allen, who's still probably up there for MVP, not rookie MVP, but just MVP overall.
Not a rookie, so
yeah, obviously he had 4 total touchdowns, so good for him, including the game-winning 17-yard touchdown late in the fourth, because it was a crazy game that the Bills were losing up until the fourth quarter, until they just blew off that spot with the 21 points in the fourth quarter. But it was still very close. And, you had Benford, who had a pick 6 on Joe Burrow, which just killed put the dice and sucked the life right out of Joe Burrow, which completely wipes him out of that playoff picture. But doesn't say anything against Joe Burrow because he still plays some great football, putting in multiple touchdown passes up there. And the only thing that really killed him was that pick 6. And then with that win, the Bills still stay pretty firm in the AFC wild card hunt, if you will, because they're probably not catching up to the Patriots.
No. Partially our fault now.
Yeah. Oopsie.
So next up, we got the I guess somebody has to win this game bowl with the Titans shocking everybody by actually winning a game 31-29 over the Browns. Tony Pollard had a crazy high monster day there, 161 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, or 5 yards a carry. You got interim coach Mike McCoy picked up his first win with the Tennessee Titans, which feels like he's been the coach for now 2 months. I don't know if you celebrate that and just go, oh, finally. Like really, at one point, is it no longer a big thing? You know, the Titans special team had a blocked punt that was just absolutely insane. I mean, this game was like ridiculous.
Special teams.
Absolutely ridiculous. Now, here's the one thing crazy. Browns rookie Shedeur Sanders threw for 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, and another rushing touchdown. So all the Sanders people are going to be going crazy now. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that's going to be a thing now. Even crazier. And he is the first person since Joe Burrow to hit that stat combo of 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown as a rookie QB. So, yeah. It is what it is. I don't know. It's like everybody wins but us. But Cleveland is really
Wow.
2 different 2-point conversions during their comeback attempt when they almost made a comeback. They just made one of those 2 points. They would have potentially won the game or tied the game. They tried an onside kick. They were really trying for this win, as they should. They're a football team.
They
but
should.
for once the Titans win. Remember the Titans, because this win,
Hey, Cleveland.
this win is the one that got us right now the number 1 overall pick. If we just lose out now, we have the number 1 overall pick. And we have a quarterback, and we don't need an edge rusher.
And
What does
I
that
would love
mean,
to say,
Trade down.
I would love to say take for the year, but we're probably going to 2 wins on the season.
Oh, my
Which
God.
we should still, because right now,
down in the draft. Time to trade. Attention. Time to trade. Dude, I looked at like the mock draft simulators to see, and like I'm getting like 3 first-round picks here for this number 1 overall pick, and I'm going down like pick 5 or 7.
yeah, you have
That's
to take
insane.
it like that, because there's going to be someone out there. Look at you, Oakland. That's probably going to oversell that number 1 pick, where we could capitalize on.
It's listen. The Jets have literally 5 first-round picks next 2 years.
The Jets too. That's that. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. But
5 first-round picks.
you don't think they want a quarterback?
How bad do you want a quarterback, Jets?
How many did they play this year? That's how bad.
It's time to tell Woody Johnson, you got a friend in me.
Hey, AO is Woody in you?
Friend in me.
Hey.
Get buzzed
all right,
they call.
Hey, now, talk about the buzz around the league.
First-round picks next year. They get 3 the following year.
Absolutely crazy.
I'm telling you, like this is going to be like a potential game-changing trade if we can do that. Again, if we have to keep losing, we have to keep losing. I don't want to lose. Let me be very clear on that. I'd rather win a couple games, and we still can trade down potentially because we need to trade down and get all the picks. But this game really, really could go ahead and be a massive difference maker if we lose out the rest of the way. I don't exactly see the Titans doing great either.
I don't see it either, but we probably beat the Commanders and probably squeak out the win against the Chargers. Not as solid as a lot of people think. Squeaky. All right, well, talk about some of the buzz going around the league. Let's talk about the Jaguars taking over the AFC North this week when they hosted the Colts and just beat up on them. That's right. They just turned them into poop. The Jags extend an incredible streak and misery for the Colts because guess what? Indy now lost 11 straight games in Jacksonville. So they have not won there in over 10 years, since 2014. And the big story of this game is TJ. Guy tears his Achilles heel on the opposite foot where he already has a broken fibula. A broken fibula or a fracture. So
that's the leg fibula.
It was a broken fibula, right? The smaller bone in the shin.
See, the hip bones connect to the leg bone. The leg bones connect to the foot bone.
There's 3 leg bones.
The fibula is part of the leg itself, not the foot, I'm pretty sure. It connects into the ankle.
No. He has a fracture in his shin. in the fibula.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
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 That's what I said. And the other, like what happened this week, he tore his Achilles heel. So out for the season, and hopefully not a season career injury, but he also might be coming back to the Colts because it looks like they don't have anyone to bring back.
No word
No
word if he called Helen of Troy after the game.
Nice. But let's talk about the other quarterback because Trevor Lawrence. Pretty good run. Yeah, plus. Oh, this is the bowl of the DJs, if you will.
Yes, it's the DJ bowl.
The better hair won. But Lawrence threw for 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, and yeah, he looked pretty darn good. And this, I would have to say, crazy more of a defensive battle in this game. ETN also threw out 2 rushing touchdowns. Just added 74 yards on the ground. And, yeah, it made the Jaguars look pretty balanced on the offense. But their defense really stepped up besides beating up on DJ. They scored 3 turnovers, and 2 of them in the first half, which put the domination at 28-10 at halftime. Didn't have to do much after that. And Riley Reynolds stepped into the QB position for the Colts, and he made some plays, but guy's a rookie. What do you expect of him, especially after playing against a rival team whose defense is at this point, you want to say top 5, just outside top 5? Right? You got Houston probably number 1. You got Colts up there. The Jags, you have to argue that they're pretty close to the top 5.
Jags are probably in the top. Part of this is the AFC, and so for lack of a better word, I know this is a jargon word I'm going to use here, wonky this year, where you just don't know what the hell is going on. There's no perfect team, really.
There's no perfect team in the NFL right now. I mean, granted, you still have the Broncos with 2 losses that have been playing great football, but we'll talk about them later.
Number 1 in AFC, aren't they?
No, Patriots.
Patriots? Okay. I mean, they're number 2 then. Either way, it's like,
yeah.
Who would have thought going to the year? The Patriots and the Broncos.
But it's just like,
and like you could have understood the Broncos if it was a huge step forward, for Bo Nix, but it hasn't been.
It's been a medium step forward. It wasn't a small step forward, but he's definitely made progressions. He looks
one giant leap for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So yeah, like I said, it is what I'm just curious to see what's going to happen with Riley Leonard now having to play quarterback for the Colts now the rest of the way.
Oh, they're going to fall off the wagon and miss the playoffs is what's going to happen.
Yeah, basically. And now what happens?
It's no disrespect to him. Well, that's what I'm saying. They really don't have a backup besides Ridley, so you have to imagine they're going to, and I hate to just kind of put it just at numbers, DJ came in with a decent contract this year, potential because what happened in Minnesota. I mean, he might get signed to another team, but I have a feeling he's probably going to come back to the Colts because he's a free agent.
Who else wants him?
And yeah, he's probably going to come back to the Colts, and they're probably going to pay him less money than he gets this year.
Yeah. Yeah. After all, like Jay always says, it is what it is. Next up, we got the Surprise Bowl. I can't believe this score. This is probably the biggest shocker for me of the whole week. The Commanders at the Vikings. Vikings just destroyed them 31-0. Absolute insane. And JJ McCarthy ends up with 3 touchdowns. And you go, 3 touchdowns. He must have had a really good game. Just 163 yards. What the hell? That stat line just doesn't make sense.
And the craziest thing is it's probably his best performance of the year.
Yeah. And you're probably like, okay, who Justin Jefferson get the touchdowns, whatever the case be. No, 2 of them went to tight end Josh Oliver. TJ Hawkinson's backup, who happened to get the 3rd one, by the way.
Crazy.
What the hell? It absolutely insane. It is. The Vikings became the first team since 1992 to follow a shutout loss and with a shutout win. That's chaos there, guys. They've snapped a 4-game losing streak in the process. And Washington's offense is just, quite frankly, yeah. That's the offense right there. So injuries like crazy for the Commanders this game. Jaden Daniels re-injured his elbow. Same one that he was already sidelined for early this year. He left the game in the second half.
Why would you start him?
If they're smart, they just shut him down for the year.
Yes.
Like,
it bothered me.
Over, get him healthy, get him back next year because he's tiny.
It kind of irked me that they put him back that fast.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point.
Zach Ertz suffered a gruesome knee injury in that game there. Tore an ACL, carted off the field, out for the year, maybe out for the career. I mean, let's be frank. You don't come out from that kind of, injury. We say all the time, you get a year away, then you get another year to go back. So you're talking 2 years later is when you're good. He's 35 years old.
Yeah.
So where's he going with that? Going to be 37 coming back? Like, that's not going to work well. That might be the last time we literally saw Zach Ertz on the field. And listen, he's obviously a longtime ex-Eagle. So we're going to have some mixed feelings about the guy because of that. But hell of a player. And we're going to give him some credit. I mean, 8,600 career yards in his career. 825 catches. 57 touchdowns. Like, that's legit numbers, guys. I know we got this generation now when, like, you get these, like, players now and like, oh, well, you got to get like 11,000, 12,000 yards as a tight end to feel something special. But, like, just a couple of years ago, that was like I don't want to say is Hall of Fame because he's not Hall of Fame, but at least gets you consideration for Hall of Fame. Like, it's pretty amazing. So I think, we got to give a second to give him some credit for what, if this is the end of it, well, was a pretty damn good career.
I'll give him a golf clap because he played against our rivals for too long.
Listen, but he's not playing there anymore. I mean, technically he is with the Commanders, but I don't really consider them that one, like that kind of thing. He's number 8 in most yardage by a tight end. 8.
He's had an amazing career, and sadly, he put a lot of those stats up against the Giants. So,
yeah,
look, we move on against that.
I'm looking at his career. Okay, look at where he's at. The next guy above him is Greg Olsen, who I think most would agree had a damn good career. Greg Olsen played in 18 more games, so basically a whole other season, and had less than 100 yards more.
And he played in time with less games, so
yeah, he's sandwiched between Greg Olsen and Jimmy Graham.
It's a good talent to be sandwiching.
Yeah, I mean, the only guys ahead of him in all-time receiving yards and tight ends: Tony Gonzalez, Jason Witten, Travis Kelce, Antonio Gates, Shannon Sharp, Rob Gronkowski, and Greg Olsen. Like, that's
good talent.
Yeah. Like, those are guys, if you got to give me a list of people that are going to have more yards than me and I'm okay with it, yeah, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take that. So, like I said, I think we definitely got to give him some credit for a damn good career if this is it. And hopefully it's not, but I don't see how it isn't. At 37, you're not going to come back from an ACL tear. Like, that's not normal. But who knows? I thought he was done when he was in Arizona, and all of a sudden he goes back to Washington, has a great couple of years. He
was really a crutch to Jordan to Daniels and to help him out. In his
he was the get out of jail free card.
Yeah,
last year and a half, whatever.
A trusted veteran tight end.
Yes, I just hope whatever the outcome is what he wants. If he wants to stop playing and he wants to not go through all the rehab and stuff, then walk away, dude, and have a very proud moment as far as that career. And if you want to come back,
go to rehab.
Come back.
So go to rehab. You're still young enough where you can enjoy the rest of your life. Hang up the cleats, go to announcing, go promote some stuff for whatever team you want to go to. Like,
you too can be an announcer. You too can be an announcer and have Tom Brady take your job as well, just like Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen.
That's messed up.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Tom Brady's a schmuck.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, besides, but moving on. Talk about getting
Moving on.
schmucked and shellacked.
Schmuck.
Yeah. Let's talk about the next game where you and I were way off on.
We're way off on a lot of games this week, let's be honest.
Yeah. The Dolphins go into MetLife playing the Jets. Definitely the Jets because we're going to buy. But, man, did that run offense beat the crap out of the Jets.
Yes.
Miami had 239 rush yards on the day, and it was absolutely insane. David, AJ, who, pretty much messed up one of his ribs. He didn't return, even though McDaniel said he could come back and play. But on the day, he had a touchdown off of 7 carries with 92 yards. So great start to the day. But you want to come in with Jalen White, who steps in and finishes with a career high at 107 yards and a touchdown on 24 carries. So definitely the workhorse there.
If AJ's worried about his ribs, you can always remove them like, Marilyn Manson did.
Ooh. It could also be useful for multiple other situations. But, yeah, what a crazy game because you wound up having Tyrod Taylor leave the game early because of his groin, which made the rookie Bailey Cook go into the game. And, man, Miami's defense just had a field day.
I'm just going to throw it out there. If we knew that Brady Cook was going to be playing quarterback, we probably would not have picked the Jets, obviously.
No.
I feel like we can pass on this one.
I have to give kudos to Mike McDaniel because he has not looked good at the cold in his whole career as a head coach. He comes in the coldest weekend in New Jersey all year and looked terrible. That's messed up, bro. What are you trying to say? I'm flexible. Flexible, if you will.
Brady numbers. Did you see his numbers in the game?
Oh, god awful.
46.7% completion percentage. He had 163 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's bad. Yeah. But again, with respect, I'm going to say, who the hell is Brady Cook? Seriously. Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, Miami's defense was also just on point. The Miami's defense has pretty much since the first month of football have played better each game in and out. And it showed in that first half where they just allowed only 47 yards. My God. And they also put up 6 sacks. Woof. Yeah. You have to question if Tyrod just wanted to leave the game because he was tired of getting beat up. That's why he left the Giants. It must be MetLife for him. But
and let's be honest, it's a good spot too because he can be a quarterback for them for a couple games next year too and be a mentor.
Yeah, but
once the Jets trade and give up all their first round picks to the Giants,
exactly. But this loss for the Jets eliminated from the playoffs, which is the 15th straight season where they have not made the playoffs.
Yeah,
and the plus side for the Dolphins, they just won 4 straight. They started off terrible. Everyone was saying having a fire Mike McDaniel watch, and this team rallied behind them, and they're playing some sneaky good football. And I was talking about that a few weeks ago. That I picked up a few times. Their last 5 or 6 games, I think they won. They went 5-1. The only loss was it the Ravens? Barely.
Yeah, I think so.
And that sneaky comeback,
yeah, that's just too little to wait though. Dolphins are done. So
cooked.
So next up, we got the Saints shocking the Bucs 24-20. So luckily, at least I don't have to get made fun of by Bucs fans down here for our team losing the Saints. Because guess what? Y'all lost too, you schmucks. Tyler Shuck threw for only 144 yards, but he did have 55 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns there as well for running. So he was better running back than he was a quarterback. Devin Neal, 70 rushing yards and a touchdown as well. So 3 rushing touchdowns in the day for the Saints. Mason Tipton, 54-yard kickoff return on the opening kickoff. And that definitely was a spark that got everything rolling there. You also got a key interception there by the Saints defense by Taylor and multiple 4th down stops as well, which has been a thing lately for the Bucs. If you watch them, like nonstop, going for on a 4th down and just not getting it. So, yeah, that brings the Bucs down to 7-6 now. Like they're barely over 500, guys. They're tied with the Panthers, who are on bye week now for the lead
South.
NFC South. And because the Saints won, they're now 3-10, which puts them above the Giants. Again, this is why we got the number 1 pick now. Number 1 pick. Let's make this trade happen. It's gonna make the Herschel Walker trade. Come on.
Well, let's
There
talk
we
about let's talk about another divisional game that's a little bit more exciting. You had the Steelers going into Baltimore playing the Ravens, and man, what a hell of a game! Because you gotta look at this and hate him or love him. Aaron Rodgers was out there with his messed up left hand in a soft cast. Still goes out there, throws for 284 yards, rushes in a crucial moment for a touchdown, which Aaron goes rushing for a touchdown at this age? What? Sneaky good game for Aaron Rodgers, probably his best as a Steeler. And another guy who just recently became a Steeler, also probably had his best game as a Steeler, DK Metcalf, just dominated the secondary. He had 7 catches, 148 yards. And that guy, I don't know if you watched any of that game, that dude was also set up as a gunner on special teams because he said, why the hell not? He wants to win. Kudos to DK Metcalf because true player of the game.
Good guy, but he's definitely not having the year you wanted out of DK Metcalf when the Steelers traded for him. That's for damn sure. I mean, George Pickens
that whole team's not
had more receiving yards than all of the Steelers receivers put together.
Well, there's a big difference there because that offense.
I get it, but saying.
Yeah. Well, Gainwell and Warren both added touchdowns to the Pittsburgh game and pretty much kept the defense, Ravens defense off balance. That Ravens defense has not looked good. They got some guys back this week and last week, and just they haven't come around looking the same like they should be playing. Lamar Jackson, same thing. Even though he threw for 219 yards, he also got 2 touchdowns. There was a very controversial turnover to Isaiah. Some people say it was in, some people say it was out. Wasn't a touchdown. You're supposed to have a third leg down. Apparently, it looked like he had 2 down in the end zone, but it's overturned. And then he gets sacked at the end of the game. It just kind of ruins the drive for Baltimore. Lamar Jackson coming back from the hamstring has looked good for the NFL, but not good for him.
Yeah.
And he's not playing to the level you expect from him. But with this win, crazy talk about the AFC North, Steelers take sole possession of it. And they just continue beating it up on Baltimore. It's 9 wins out of the last 11 road season meetings. My God. What a dominant performance.
Now, we do also got to mention DK Metcalf. We talked about him in his amazing game. They literally yanked him off the plane on the way back because of stomach pains and put him in the hospital. So that's something to keep an eye on if you're got him in fantasy or anything, or if you keep an eye on the Dolphins game with them.
Just in time for the playoffs. Boom, boom.
This is the statement from the Steelers spokesman, Bert Lawton. DK Metcalf was experiencing stomach pains once the team boarded the plane in Baltimore on Sunday evening. The Steelers medical team removed him from the plane out of an abundance of caution to seek further evaluations at a nearby hospital. He remained in Baltimore overnight and is scheduled to return to Pittsburgh today. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like your stomach pains are that bad that are moving you off the plane to the hospital. That's not minor. That's not minor. So, we'll see though. We'll see overall. Next game, we got the Broncos going into Vegas, and gambling and winning full house here against the Raiders, 24-17. Bo Nix, effective day, not exactly a killer day, but effective day. 31 of 38, 212 yards, and had a rushing touchdown. RJ Harvey, who's been taking over the last couple weeks as a starter now, 75 yards and a touchdown, running the ball there.
Man, on my bench, terrible. Terrible.
Marvin Mims Jr. returned a 48-yard punt return there for a touchdown. So, again, the special teams problems are definitely there still for the Raiders, even after firing their special teams coach. Kenny Pickett, after Geno got hurt, which we'll get to in a minute, actually looked pretty decent for the Raiders, which is kind of crazy. 8 of 11, 97 yards and a touchdown. Kenny Pickett, Mr. Jersey boy himself with the tiniest hands. Talking about tiny hands in the chat. Hands right there. Raiders, though, Geno Smith had a right shoulder injury. Also had a bleeding hand earlier in the game as well from a hit. Left for the locker room. Early test showed no structural damage, but his shoulder was locked up. So, yeah, that's not a good sign. You got to imagine he's going to be out there potentially for a while. And listen, Kenny Pickett's one of those guys. We hear all the time now. Guys getting a second shot somewhere else, but they didn't succeed the first time. Well, Kenny Pickett's on stop number 4. Maybe this is a second shot. He really didn't get a shot in Philly. He really didn't get a shot in Cleveland, obviously. So it's kind of like a second chance.
Yeah.
So we'll always root for
A
second.
little second chance. Well, I guess the Rams tried to give the Cardinals a second chance, but that didn't work out. Cardinals host the Rams, and the Rams just annihilate, obliviate the Cardinals, 45-17. Matthew Stafford, who's I talked about MVP with Josh Allen, he's another guy who is probably at the top of the list. He threw for 281 with 3 touchdowns, but he's also 55 with a bad back and still throwing an amazing ball nonstop. Looked fantastic. Bounced back from a bad game against the Panthers. Puka Nacua also came back. Had 2 touchdowns. He had a 31-yard touchdown pass, which just looked dominant. It was great. Running back Blake Corum also had 2 touchdowns. Provided for 4 touchdowns, and that's just that crazy explosive play game where Cardinals just didn't even show up. Yeah. LA after that dominant win went to 10-3. They won now 7 of their last 8 games, which is tied for the AFC, for NFC West, which is very impressive. Let's talk about how tough that NFC West is right now, because
How tough are they, Rob?
how tough could they be? The Rams are probably the best.
Like a joke of some kind.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Seattle has played some dominant, good football in the past few months. Same with the Rams. These might be the best 2 teams in football right now. Arizona's defense just fall apart. They lit up 35 unanswered points after falling behind early, and it was just they just kind of wasted the clock and just let the game turn into a blowout. That offense also struggled. They couldn't hold drives. It was just terrible. They just chucked it up terribly on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, the whole game is crap. And by the way, I see everybody talking about Kyler Murray in the comments and him being cut at the end of the year. They can't cut him. They have to lose more money. They have dead cap space. They have to literally pay him to walk away, basically. They'll trade him. And I think watch the Jets get him.
Or Vegas. Shucks put up some stuff for him where they might not trade and waste money. They'll probably draft for that position.
Every year, there's someone who can't get a quarterback in the draft. And let's be honest, there's 3 names right now in the draft that are bigger names. So we'll find out. But every year,
who's more in line to get a quarterback? Is it Arizona?
Well, you figure Arizona needs a quarterback, okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jets need a quarterback. Raiders need a quarterback. Saints need a quarterback. Browns need a quarterback. And that's just off the top of my head. I'm sure we got more here.
Colts could potentially say them.
Colts need a quarterback. There you go. There's 6.
Colts actually might be DJ. If they don't get DJ back, that might be a position.
He's gone next year. See, at the end of the year, he's not going to be coming back to halfway through the year, probably.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a interesting year if you don't need a quarterback to
probably not. We'll take that back. Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles heel, right, and he came back fairly fast the following year.
Yeah, but he also did it week 1.
He was also throwing out the idea he might be coming back at the end of the year.
Yeah, but he didn't. He threw back all kinds of stuff.
He did
You can't trust anything he says in the media. Aaron Rodgers lies through his freaking teeth.
I would just say the guy that's 10 years younger has the opportunity to heal faster.
The guy has also had multiple neck injuries and multiple ACLs and all kinds of stuff.
It has nothing to do with his Achilles heel.
He's injury prone in general. So if you're the Colts, you might look at it going, do I really want to put my eggs in this basket?
They kind of already did. Just showing what they
had. They didn't. They got him a 1-year deal. They rented the basket.
They did, but they also have anyone there to replace him.
And they can get a new basket. A nice shiny basket. With a trade.
That's really short.
Actually, I don't want the Colts to trade for him because it's a trade for our pick because only if they gave up a first round pick to get a Sauce. So yeah. Next up, got the Bears at the Packers. One of the better games this entire week here.
Very good game.
So I'm going to give you all the positive stats for the Packers. We're going to let Rob tell the negatives.
Get out of here.
Jordan Love went 17 to 25, 234 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So good game for him there. And it's a close game, as you kind of expected this week. We talked about this. The Bears were down much more and then kind of started making a comeback there. But Nixon intercepted Caleb Williams in the end zone with 22 seconds left in the game. Like, it was that kind of game that you just didn't know until the very end what was going to happen. Big difference maker potentially in the game. Rome Odunze was ruled out for the game there with an injury. So something for Bears fans to kind of keep an eye on. But yeah, it's close game. Packers win 28-21 there.
Yeah. Let's talk about another exciting, crazy game. Last night's game. What a game. And Drew, I've been telling you for the past few weeks that I think the Houston's defense is one of the best defense in the league. It's just their offense that can't get together. Well,
it's interesting for the guy who picked the Chiefs to win the game.
Once again, one of the best defense in the league, but with an offense that can't seem to get it together. Well, foot and mouth, Chiefs lose this game that's very significant for both these teams' playoffs potentials. And Texans won 4 straight going into this game, making it 5, which really puts them in potential. I think it's like a 65% chance to make it to the playoffs right now. And the Chiefs go down to like a 17% chance. They need hopes and dreams to happen where they need to win out and other teams need to lose out. Houston's defense stepped up accordingly, which really, for lack of better terms, pissed off Mahomes. He threw 3 picks in that game. And yeah, guy couldn't just get couldn't throw a touchdown. It was terrible out from Mahomes. For a team that typically gets it right in these hard primetime games, they look like the team that they beat up on for the past 7 years. I don't know if you know this, but what was it? 7 straight times when the AFC West out there, 10 years in a row they made it to the playoffs. You know, the last 3 years to make it to the Super Bowl. This team might not make it to the playoffs whatsoever. Absolutely crazy. Mahomes finished
6-7. 6-7.
6-7. Yeah, Mahomes only threw for 192 yards. He had 14 completions out of 33 attempts, which is like, it's definitely his roughest outing of the year, but it might be of his career, close to it. He came out of this rookie year playing way better than this. And Nico Collins, then he came out looking like a stud.
Yeah.
He's the Patrick Mahomes. He is, but he's like, Patrick Mahomes, he got 192 yards, Guess what? I got 2/3 of your yards in receiving. He had 121 yards receiving. And just chucking up plays against Spags defense, making them look sad. Texans, just had a great game, and they don't have that hard of a schedule going for the rest of the year, especially when they get to play Colts without DJ.
Yeah.
And
which is scary to say like it's a good thing, but it's like considering what they have left,
they still have to play. Like they're probably not winning the division because they got to still play against the Jags, but it's still doable. Doable.
Yep. So right now, looking at our stat sheet, we still have the last game is still going on. Chargers had the ball with the second half just started. They're up 10-6 on the Eagles, and going into that game here, we have Rob and I are currently tied this week, tied up. So we'll have to see what happens.
Math. I think you had some silly stuff going on there. You gotta check your math. I just gotta check it.
What's so silly?
I just had to check it.
Wild accusations. You check all you want.
Oh, I did because I saw Thursday night football game when I was checking last night. How did I get no points for the over? But you did. I fixed that. You.
What are you talking about? It's right on there.
I know. I fixed it.
Wild accusations.
Not wild whatsoever. Screenshots. I'm going to release it.
Wild accusations.
I'm going to release the goofball files.
Anyway, you and I are tied this week. And you should always check my math as I check yours anyway. But we're tied this week. The difference maker is going to be I have the over, you have the under in this game. There's 16 points currently with a 40.5 point over under. So, yeah, I have a feeling you're probably going to win this week, barring a crazy second half. I mean, you never know. You never know. After all, the Seahawks scored 33 points in the second half this week.
Ridiculous.
So, all righty, guys. Well, that's going to call it a night for us here. I'll be back again for you guys Wednesday night. Giving you guys the breakdown of our Week 15 matchup. Week 15. Can you believe it's already Week 15?
It's terrible.
It just
that means the season's almost over. But the playoffs are around the corner, at least.
Listen, we got the Commanders. Like, we have no more really crazy, tough, unbeatable teams left, finally. Got the Commanders, the Vikings, the Raiders, and the Cowboys left. Cowboys are probably our toughest game left, which is just insane because they're not that great. Just put up a lot of points. But they let you put up a lot of points, too.
Well, it's week 2. We'll see what happens this time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But we got the Commanders.
So this is also the latest we played them in the year.
Jaden Daniels shut down, though, at the end of last week. Maybe they shut him down this week. We'll find out. We get the Marcus Mariota project instead, which is just insanity. But hey, we'll find out. You know, I think again they're smart. If they're smart, let Jaden Daniels sit out the rest of the way.
You would think.
If the Giants are smart,
don't RG3 him.
If the Giants are smart, they hire Shane Bowen back for the last 4 weeks. Another fourth quarter.
Terrible.
Bowen, it's your turn. You go in. Go in as defensive coordinator. Coming off the bench. So again, we'll see you guys Wednesday there. As always, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter /X, Twitch, and of course, Rob's favorite. Of course, always we're available the next day on all the audio podcast platforms: Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all the big ones there. Again, if you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. Tell a friend about the show because we suck at marketing. So, all right. So we'll be there again Wednesday. We'll see you guys then, of course. And as always, Giant fans,
go G-Man!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.